now when I think about it, it's like, okay, this is still like a brotherly dispute. You know what I'm saying? Like they do a lot outside of the ring as well, like with up, up, down, down, that whole stuff. So I started thinking when I saw this, I was like, what would it still be New Day if, let's say, for instance, Big E is the manager and Xavier and Kofi are singles competitors now?
Okay.
But they still stay within the faction. Like, is that too far-fetched, or do they just need to break up?
So the thing the key word you just said to me that I heard, that if it was a brotherly dispute, I felt like they told each other some hard truths.
Yeah.
Like I've been holding this so deep in my chest, like, nah, you fucked up right there. That was your fault.
Yeah.
And it didn't come to blows because Kofi got in his face about that 6-second thing. He's like, yo, I'm mad. Like, if it was anybody else, I'll sock you out. But I'm not gonna sock you out because you're my brother. But that's what it felt like to me. It's like, we're going to let each other know some hard truths about our shortcomings. That way we can get right. But I think Big E's going to be the one to get them right. But I do think going forward, they're probably going to be a heel tag team. Because we haven't had heel New Day since like the beginning of New Day. So I think Big E coming here like, hey, why are you guys fighting each other? Like, these people are in your way. So you know what that means. Maxine, Tozawa, Otis, upper room. Upper room. It's gonna look nasty too. I don't know what they're gonna do. You're gonna snuff them in catering while they eating their plates or something. They're going to the upper room.
Yeah.
I expect like Pesca too to be wrapped around Otis' neck since we're doing all these graphic visuals.
Not for nothing. This segment was probably the moment of the night, which we all know, because I think this is the part that is going to have everybody talking until next week. I love the fact that this episode, the anniversary episode, is going to be happening after War Games is done, because it's going to be like, just when you think shit hit the fan at War Games, wait till you see this. And Kofi slipped up. He says, see you at the reunion. Nobody said nothing about no reunion.
Yeah.
Nobody said nothing about a reunion. This is supposed to be an anniversary party.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Kofi? So that's what I heard.
Oh, so we wrote that in the chat. I didn't consider that. I didn't consider that. Okay.
That's what I heard. And I'm like, what reunion? This is an anniversary celebration. So, and then Xavier quickly tried to brush it off by saying at the anniversary. And I'm like, nah, Kofi, you fucked up. You said we getting Big E next week.
But Xavier fucked up even more because he didn't have to re-say it.
He didn't. They would have just left it at that. That's fine. But he meant like he was trying to and that's at least what I felt from it, or what I took from it. And this tells me one thing. It tells me that my prediction is possibly right, that we could be going on the heel route of the New Day. We haven't seen them on that kind of a run since the very beginning, when people kind of like really didn't welcome them with open arms and thought they were a little just obnoxious and just like nothing. But look at how big they become.
That's how we started selling all the stuff.
No, exactly. And look at how big they made it, and the kids love it and everything like that. Now imagine what will piss people off more than a New Day reunion with Big E. Them turning heel.
This a lot, but this a lot though. Like, because if I'm just being honest, after watching Raw, there's a lot of heel turning that could be going on. I don't know if it's too much. Like New Day, Naomi, Bianca. Like, seeing Bianca with goals in her mouth, I'm like, yo, if she don't turn heel tomorrow, I need goals in her mouth, Bianca Belair.
I think Jovan brought that up on the live stream watch along. But I've seen Bianca wear a grill during her championship.
I think I've seen her wear a grill before.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I know it's primarily on socials with her and Tez. I get that, but I've definitely seen her wear a grill to the ring before.
I think I have
juvenile vibes when I saw it. That's what
like. Now, when you start seeing, like, I'm trying to think of something that she did or a way that she was when she was in NXT, when she was on her heel shit.
It was all the gum popping and the very spaced out speech.
Yeah. I don't know, but she was her attitude was extra high and extra tooty tonight.
Yeah.
But I still think there's a lot of people saying it's Bianca, but I just don't think so. I think there's a swerve coming.
It's in the title. Okay, we're gonna rip the band-aid off. We done talking about a New Day. Main event. Yeah, well, we'll talk about the Wyatt Six stuff too, because that happened. Nikki Cross sneaking up on Scarlett in the locker room.
Beautiful.
Wait, hold on, man. We got this is post show. We got a lot. Because a lot happened. Every point in this 2 hours was very critical. Because we can't just jump to main event and not talk about Braun Breaker and Ludwig going at it.
Oh no, we did.
Oh, we did.
Oh, I just missed it on the post show.
We did before I had technical difficulties. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just late. Yeah. That's me. I'm a shit.
So we got through all the matches except the main event. Unless you guys want, matter of fact, what I didn't get through, because this New Day match was kind of a squash match. Did you guys have any thoughts on the tag team title match between the War Raiders and the Judgment Day?
I really thought War Raiders was gonna take it. I'm being dead ass. I'm being dead honest. I really thought War Raiders was gonna take it, and this was gonna kick off the whole thing that I said earlier, where we take the titles off of JD, puts Finn on that run, and Dom betrayal, like future Dom betrayal. I think we all see that coming. But the match was good. The match was very good. I love seeing my big boy Ivar do his damn thing, and that kick, that spinning back kick. I never get tired of seeing it. I think it just sucks because I'm so used to seeing the War Raiders like during war games, like at war games in a war games match, and this is gonna be one of the few times where we don't see them highlighted in there. So, but I think it's about time to get those tag champs off of JD and shit. I really think so.
Well, I don't know if they caught it or if social media is gonna make a fuss about it, but Ivar's shoulder was up when JD pinned him.
Oh,
his right shoulder was up during the time. So I don't know. Yeah, so I think we're gonna get a continuation with the War Raiders.
Got another Randy and freaking Gunther moment.
Yeah, because he rolled them up, and I was like, this right shoulder is up. Like, hey, y'all still count 3. Okay. But it was good.
I think I'd be here for that because they definitely need to do something with the tag. Like I mentioned earlier, there's so many tag teams that could be featured on Raw that are being held back because of this title run with the Judgment Day.
But I guess my question about that is, why are they running the Judgment Day like that? Like, it's not like they couldn't be delivering dope tag team matches each week. Like, I don't get why they're not featured on Mondays.
I think it's because I think it was last year that we were so diluted with Judgment Day content that we're trying to not have them dominate Raw so much, where they open up Raw, have a match on Raw, close Raw. I think that's why we've seen them take a back step, just because Liv is now women's champion in Judgment Day, and then Dominic's story is so big. I think they're trying to not have us have so much Judgment Day on the show, especially across 2 hours, but it's still like it hurts LWO, it hurts the New Day, it hurts the War Raiders and American Made, because like Chad Gable turned heel and still ain't got no damn gold.
Nah.
Nothing came out of that. That whole shit with Gunther and everything. Nothing.
We didn't watch his babies cry in the first row, and for what?
For nothing.
It's all Sammy's fault, bro. It's all Sammy's fault.
No.
Yeah,
Cody. It's Cody's fault.
Well, we already know that's the top part.
Everything is Cody's fault. Kevin was right.
But Mick Foley Jr. was also.
He ruined the timeline. He had to finish the story.
That was Chad's moment at WrestleMania, and Mick Foley Jr. stole it from him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, now Chad is just cheap Kurt Angle. Like, I don't even know what iteration, but how to go.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's basically I don't want to say this in a bad way, but it's kind of like
it's like knockoff.
It's a knockoff of what Kurt was gonna do with Shelton Benjamin and what's his Charlie Haas. Yeah.
Woo, that's tough because I'm keeping it buck. I think the Creed brothers are better athletes.
The Creed, they definitely are. No, they are. But I'm just saying, like,
that's me saying prime Shelton too. Right?
You know what they did? It's like they put Kurt Angle in the Shield. That's what they do in the Gable now.
Well, you know, Kurt Angle is the third best Shield member, so
He is.
I'm not doing that right now.
Yeah.
We're not doing that today, guys. We'll set a date. We're definitely not doing that. Just to take a nice, because I don't want to get stuck there at all. Women's Intercontinental Championship got announced.
Oh,
yes.
Which means we're gonna start a tournament next week.
She's beautiful. She's so pretty.
White belt.
She's so pretty.
That's so pretty.
And that's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly the way I wanted it and the way I wanted it to look. My dad and I, and he could vouch for this, my dad and I have been talking extensively since I was a kid about there being a women's intercontinental title. And I've been waiting years for this. So I'm so happy this was announced. I understand maybe due to time and everything that they didn't televise it or anything, but they did show it. And I'm sure they're trying to wait for maybe like we said earlier, probably the crowning moment to be able to, you know. But yeah, I see a few potential holders on that belt, but I think I know who I want my first to be.
I'm trying to see what the tournament's going to look like, because I think if we're doing the finals of the United States at Saturday Night Main Event in December, that means I think the finals of the IC is going to be in January Saturday Night Main Event, just so we can space out this period, because you know the Royal Rumble is not until February now.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
it helps build like the network television thing, especially be able to crown champions on NBC. Like that's a big deal. That's a lot of news, a lot of press going their way.
So give me some, I know who you guys want to be champion, I think, but give me some dark horses that can actually appear in the tournament.
So
are we limited into just Raw, or can this be? Or okay, so just Raw.
Yeah, because it's only exclusively for Raw.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and say y'all already know. Do I have to say the first? Do I have to say who I want to win this? No, right? I don't think so.
No, who you want. I'm saying who you want to be in the tournament. For me, I think all members of Damage Control will be in. All members of Pure Fusion Collection will be in. Because right now we're having triple threats, right?
I guess, yeah.
I think Alba Fire should be included. I think
he's on SmackDown. Aren't they on SmackDown, Unholy Union? I know they said they were staying away from the draft, but
she's on Raw. Like even on WWE.com, like they have her labeled as Raw.
Okay. I'll say Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Dakota Kai, man. I think Dakota Kai could really I want Zelina to win, but that's someone I think could really punch her ticket into getting that. But Lyra is a pretty great point too.
What about Sonya Deville?
I think Deville.
She's a strong competitor for that title too, I think. And I think everybody else, even the women who won the championship, I think eventually they're going to get to that point where they want to go after it because it's a belt they never got. You know what I mean?
I don't think we need like your Charlotte. I know Becky's supposed to come back soon. I think it would be a mistake to have Charlotte or Becky in either tournament.
No,
it's kind of like a downgrade.
It needs to be someone who you feel like just needs that title to really be able to be shown why they could be a women's world champion one day. And Charlotte, Bayley,
they already did that. Yeah.
They'll get their Grand Slam eventually, because that's all.
Yeah. Like we know that's gonna happen, but it's like you need someone to let them solidify themselves like that. Like that would go over so well for like Lyra Valkyria to be the first women's intercontinental champion.
Io Sky,
Dakota Kai.
Io Sky's had a hell of a year. She's got some good wins under her belt right now. A friend of mine who was telling me in the chat, shout out to my boy Nick, he was saying that if you want to start, and I know how Sed's gonna feel when I say this, but he said, my friend Nick said, if you want to start off with giving that title a legacy or lineage, it should be with someone more seasoned to have it first, and they think Natalia should have it first.
I was literally just about to bring that up. Wow, I was just about to ask you that. How would y'all feel if Natalia won the first ever women's intercontinental championship?
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Oh God, she is listed here on the Raw roster. I was about to. I can't counter that. Listen. Ivy now should be in this tournament. If listen, I'll be pretty pissed off if
listen.
Saying Katana Chance, Caden Carter. If we want to follow, we want to follow the Kalani Jordan blueprint with the women's North American. I'll give you a dark horse winner that I think should also be in the tournament, kind of re-debuting. Kiana James.
Is she ready?
Yeah, where the hell has she been? We haven't seen her since she debuted or like moved up. Oh,
she had surgery.
Oh,
and, she's been out, but she's been posting on socials a lot. So I'm pretty sure she's been back in the lab, training, stuff like that. I think she had a lot of, I wouldn't even say hype. They tried to present her a certain way when she first debuted after being called up, but she didn't have a lot of time to tell a story of who she is. This is a perfect time to tell the story of who she is.
Candice LeRae, Mrs. Wrestling.
SmackDown.
Oh, SmackDown, yeah.
Kyrie and Maxine would be fun people since we did the whole thing with B-Fab. I think this would be a good showcase for Maxine.
Oh, yeah.
Threat as well.
Match-wise, yeah. Man, to take it all, though, I'm still Zelina, but, Alba Fire is really like, because we be forgetting, like, she held it down as the women's UK champion.
Yeah.
So it's not like she's not known to be able to hold the title.
I mean, my one is Zelina. My dark horse pick would be Lyra Valkyria. Just because of the way she was ushered in.
Yeah, she got momentum. That's why I'm just like
momentum. You beat Becky. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I know they're kind of protecting her from on TV right now, but like, it's there.
She has that. She has it. She definitely has it. She has the in-ring ability. She has the work. She could talk. Like, she's good. Yeah. I think she definitely has a lot of potential.
I'm not gonna lie.
Io Sky too. Like, I would say those are my top 3 for 3 contenders.
I wouldn't mind Natalya winning it first and then Lyra beating her for it. Just because I can see Natalya pushing over the next person.
I mean, come on, it's not a bad thing if Natalya wants to follow the footsteps of her uncle. Come on now.
Listen.
The way
you got a migraine at the New Day, and you put a singles title on Natalya. You just don't want me to show up no more. That's what happened.
Well, okay, so
that's what happened. In 2024, 2025, Natalya got a single. Come on.
I mean, if you're talking Intercontinental Champion, then you should be giving it to Asuka when she comes back. Poor Natty, yo. Natty's got no shot with the man.
Off! It's a direction you can fuck.
Yeah, no, because I'm really sitting here like, hey, you know what? Legacy-wise, that'd be dope. Like, the first Continental is a heart. And it's like, okay, like, that's dope.
With the first ever women's Intercontinental title. Think about that, though. Like, I know you don't want to think about that, but
she got to drop that thing ASAP.
Probably drop it the next night or something.
If she come with a different character other than Bret Hart niece. Like if we got some other subs in the package,
I feel you on this one, Jeffrey, but Alexa done won all the titles already, so I don't know. Maybe.
First of all, hey, never mad at that. I'm never mad at
Alexa. But but now, you know what? This also opens up for another good question. This makes me wonder, when we have Money in the Bank season, are you able to cash in on the Intercontinental title as well? Or the Women's United States Championship as well?
You can do anytime.
Now you have more options, and not only that, then you also got NXT and the Women's North American I got options. That's pretty lit.
Yeah, that'd be good for like the stars who are just looking to cash in. We've seen so many people kind of get pigeonholed with the briefcase, and it's like it's not really the right time to cash in a world champion. That'll make more runaways. So like, hey, I'm just gonna go give me a title regardless.
A great cross promotion too for the Money in the Bank. Like the next Money in the Bank briefcase winners are probably going to be the most influential holders that we've seen in quite some time, because now you can shop around. Like now it makes it where you don't know when these people might cash in or who they're going to cash in on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's going to be really, really cool depth to that when that season comes.
Let's talk about this, because Boza brings up an interesting question, mentioning which version of Alexa would you want to return? But also, I think that ties into what we saw with the Final Testament and the Wyatt Six segment that we got tonight. Them looking around and going back to their locker room just to see Scarlett kind of a little hysterical there because she saw Nikki Cross in her mirror. What do you guys think went down in that moment? And if Alexa was to return, does that? I would argue that kind of overshadows what you want to do with Nikki Cross in this role as Sister Abigail. Like, you don't need it.
I need the goddess back. I need
goddess. Absolutely. You don't need Lily. I
you
want the goddess.
Lily and all of that stuff. That's like
she was honestly tougher as the goddess than Lily.
This is the perfect time for her to come back as the goddess, just because of all the competition that's there. Like, yo, because I already said it like this. I was talking to my homeboy about this. It'd be dope, and I know it's a lot. It's a lot, but just hear me out.
Okay.
Alexa Bliss wins Royal Rumble and challenges Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's title, the one title she never won and never got out.
Ooh, fire! I'd be here for that.
That's all.
I'd be here for that, because not for nothing, this is someone who doesn't look like she'd be a threat to Roxanne, but she is, because her little self will beat your ass.
Like y'all.
Alexa Bliss could probably beat. Well, she probably can. Yeah, she definitely can beat my ass. Yeah, I won't let her though.
I don't know, man, and I'm here for that. That idea is dope. But like, I love the Lily character for Alexa Bliss, and I don't think we ever got to see the full potential of it.
But I think
when she came in the Royal Rumble like that, and they was like, "Oh hell no, we just gonna jump her and get her out of here." Stuff like that was possible because you got to suspend your reality to whatever the witchcraft and the magic part of it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's a story that can be later brought on. Woo! Sydney,
yes.
Sydney, that's why I say you got to bring the goddess back on this one.
Yeah,
like
nobody's messing with the goddess version.
Wyatt Six is good right now. Like let Wyatt Six cook what they're doing, because again, you have so many chapters for them to get eventually to her. Because we, like you said, to your point, we didn't see the ending to Howdy stalking her. So that doesn't mean that can't pick back up. And then there's so many ways
that was the last times we saw her.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then she went off and had a baby. And congratulations to her. But this is one of those where it's like, that can come at any time.
I like that idea, because you can have her kind of come back as herself, and then 6 months to a year down the road, she just start getting tapes, and it's like you can,
like, you thought we forgot.
We let you do your thing. Now it's time to come home.
Yep, pay up. Time to pay up. Yep. But I think I since we're going into that aspect of it, I very much enjoy the fact that they only give us these little small tiny bits of the Wyatt Six every week before they give you the full enchilado and Bo shows up or Uncle Howdy shows up or tapes or anything like that. This was something that we were very concerned about for when they debuted. Like, we didn't want people to get sick of it or people to start thinking it was corny, they're playing it perfectly. And Karrion Kross and The Miz are the perfect characters to help carry out the Wyatt Six and what they're going to end up doing till the end of the year, going into the beginning of the year. And I also think that this is what Kross needs. This is definitely the thing that Kross needed, because I cannot wait to see Uncle Howdy face off with Karrion Kross. That match is going to cook. Two former NXT champions as well. It's going to cook. And I love that they're starting it with the ladies first. First lady of Final Testament versus First Lady of the Wyatt Six. Yes, please.
Man, I can't wait to see Scarlett in the ring. That's what I'm
thank you. I've been dying for this woman to be in the ring since she came to WWE. ever since she came in. I know she had her a couple of times, but those don't count because that was Vince era.
We're gonna have to start looking at if you follow Cross on social, you know he's been working his ass off telling these stories outside of television. But from an on-camera standpoint, we're gonna start having to look at the Miz like he got the Midas touch because he's making Final Testament feel relevant and believable.
Oh, you didn't see my video, Mayor? Oh, I got the internet going nuts over that. What I said about the Miz? I was like, yo.
Oh yeah, people were like disrespectful. I'm like, he didn't say nothing wrong.
I said the Miz is everything Jericho wish he could be.
That's a whole nother.
Everybody thinks that face when you read it. Like,
that's tough. Just because. Are we just looking at Jericho like these past 5 years and saying like, hey, you kind of hurt your legacy type of thing?
No, I'm saying character for character.
Yeah.
Like no, like ring work we already know. Like no, we're not talking about in ring what he's done in there. Like we already know Jericho definitely is ahead of the Miz. But as an overall character of what he's tried to push, the Miz has surpassed him when it comes to that.
That's
Miz
tough.
does not miss his shots.
That's tough because Jericho's the master of reinvention.
He is the master of reinventing.
This is the past couple just been trash, but he still be trying some stuff.
The Miz
he's the master of reinventing himself. The Miz is the master of pushing who needs to be pushed and also helping with the celebrity collaborations as well. Like
younger talent. I would say the only time he missed with younger talent was Ciampa. I don't think Ciampa benefited from being like his.
He's the only one that didn't. Yeah.
His
Logan Paul benefited.
Homie. Yeah.
But Ciampa, but also too, Ciampa in that case when that happened, that was during that Vince era too, where he for some reason just was not messing with any of the NXT stars. It was just like that's when we got the Butch thing happening, the Bearcat Keith Lee stuff. Like he was just like, no, we taking out. Remember Roman Spartan carrying cross? Like that was all around that.
Let's not even talk about that.
Yeah. But
now the Miz definitely doing his thing because like that's and no shade to Paul Ellering, they needed somebody at the forefront that can do the talking for the group.
Yeah, Paul is like AOP's handlers, so that's why it's just like we get it.
But it's crazy to me because I think
that's another fucking tag team right there that should be in the tag team title picture. That's
bro.
Why did we get
AOP?
I don't know how long my man had visa issues, but we finally got them here.
Yeah, and mind you, they never got fired. They never got fired from WWE or anything. They were just hanging, resting on their laurels for 3 years. What were they doing? But I think that carrying. I don't think they even needed Paul Ellering. I understand why they got Paul Ellering, but I don't even think they needed it. That was probably a Vince move, most likely. But I think that Karrion Kross talks great on his own. I think he could talk. He could talk his way through any situation or any promo just fine. He does great work, and this year he's done his best work, and he's finally getting the recognition that he freaking deserves on this main roster because the last couple of years just wasn't it.
Yeah, well, this one is like he gets to be himself. Like before, when he first came, he had a good NXT run, but they kind of made him like this mythical, slight Undertaker-ish type of character that was getting powers from like Scarlet and stuff like that, and so. It just didn't really hit because we were just like, all right, I don't get it. Just wrestle.
They didn't have the problem is the NXT budget being differently because you have a smaller, more intimate venue. You can do all the smoke and mirror type stuff. But when you're going on the road every week, you don't have that much presentation. At least you didn't have that much presentation.
Karrion Kross
got called up.
I mean, unfortunately, Karrion Kross was fine even in NXT until Adam Cole. If it wasn't for that one promo, that pretty much ate Karrion Kross up, and it was kind of the truth.
It wasn't even that for me. It was like that was like set him back, but also the way Samoa Joe kind of ran through him.
Yeah, yo,
like Joe came back was like, I'll whoop on people for fun, like, and then it happened. He became a 3-time champ. It was like, oh damn.
I don't know. I don't know what it was with Vince. I don't know what it was with Vince wanting to put a Roman helmet and a freaking Roman attired skirt like around carrying cross and stuff like that, and try to make him like I don't
Because he
know.
was bald. That's
But
why.
it's man,
Bald. That's what
Vince,
threw everything off.
I feel like sometimes, and this is going way off, but I feel like sometimes Vince did shit just to see if people would be down with it if they really do it.
Vince
Just
is
because he said he could do it.
Vince be bipolar and ran a whole.
Okay,
That's what that was like.
And the one thing that he favored was big dudes. It was the little guys he never was really fond of. He wasn't fond of like the Johnny Gargano builds or the Ciampa builds, which is probably why he handled them the way he did. But Karrion Kross, how you messed that?
Yep. But he don't like Sean.
That was another time. That was
It's not a diss. That was not a diss. That's
no, it's true.
No, but that, but that was another time. That was different. Sean was a little guy, but he was still he'd probably still fight you. Like he wasn't scared or anything like that. Like he wasn't. I don't think he was that little. Sean was pretty a decent build in the 90s, but
he like 5'9", maybe 175, 180.
That's not bad though. But
yeah, that's not bad. I'm comparing him to Ciampa and Gargano, but to me, outside of Daniel Bryan and WWE and what he does in AEW, the best in-ring storyteller that I have seen this generation is Johnny Gargano. But
not even Seth.
In-ring storytelling.
Okay.
In-ring storytelling, like that can just do the storytelling inside the match. Gargano is beautiful at that.
But my thing was Vince didn't like he claimed he didn't like the little guy build, but he screwed up all the big guys. Like you screwed up Cross and you set him back a couple years, and then you put Bearcat on Keith Lee. Why couldn't you just leave it the way it was? Like you saw the way, like when you see NXT, and Vince claimed that he never watched NXT, which I think is bullshit. But when you saw NXT, when Keith Lee would come out, that camera was practically shaking the same way it was shake when Whoop That Trick comes on right now.
I have a theory that I was surprised somebody really brought up, but I think there was a point in time where Vince got jealous of Triple H and the product that he was creating with NXT. And I don't know if he intentionally did it, but I think he intentionally tried to sabotage NXT. So like if you notice, like all the
the colors, yeah.
All the people he changed were all of Triple H's favorites. All of the ones that he messed with. And he changed all their characters up and then made them into these stupid, like he just completely flipped everything that they did. Mm-hmm. And then the same thing now with NXT 2.0. And it was like, it wasn't necessary. And all you said was, no, now we need to make it for family. So you take it away, the one thing that made this great. And I was just like, is that not shade like being thrown?
Yeah.
Son-in-law? Like you really jealous that he making a dope product that's still under your umbrella.
Right. You mad because he's making you more money while making himself more money at the same time. Like what could you be mad about? Like,
that reminds me of Penguin and Victor. That's what that was. That's exactly what that was.
How dare you say that to me on live?
Because that's what happened. That's what happened.
Wait. Moment of silence.
He was special.
Brought me back to that PTSD moment. Don't say Vic in front of me no more.
Well, let's go into the main event, guys. We got Bianca Belair taking on Nia Jax in a War Games Advantage match. That overall, the match itself, I thought it highlighted the strengths of both competitors. On the live stream, I said it's been one of Nia's golden years as far as wrestling, like more agile, a lot more risk taking in the ring, and even going against somebody who was as dominant as Bianca. I know you guys saw the lower Thursday flex that Bianca has the most wins in 2024, men and women. So that was cool to see. And it's cool to see how Nia was still taken to her as a champion. But at the end of the match, by the way, Nia Jax second rope leg drop, beautiful. Keep doing that. Matter of fact, do that off the cage on Saturday, and I'll excuse the no annihilators. But end of the match, what we got was Bayley, because the War Games team members were banned from Ringside. We saw the turnbuckle pop off. Bianca hit with the turnbuckle. She actually hit Nia when Nia was emoting for whatever reason. You know how you play SmackDown versus Raw or W2K, you just go talk your shit for a minute. That's what Nia was doing for whatever reason. Bayley goes and makes her hit her head on the exposed turnbuckle. Bianca picks up the win. Bianca's very surprised to beat Bayley, but she's happy that she picked up the War Games Advantage win. Question is simple. We saw the rift earlier in the evening. Is it that simple to make Bayley the 5th woman in this match, or does Bayley still get snubbed?
I think it's too easy to claim that Bayley was the one who attacked Jade in order to get into this position to maybe get in the good graces of Bianca to get in the War Games match. Do you think about this team though? You have 3 War Games queens up in here.
But what benefit does it do Bayley to do that? Because now you're risking
just riding for Naomi.
Yeah, because it's you're risking
for a while.
But you're risking your friendship with Naomi, which we see as a strong partnership. So that's why it's like I don't see her doing that. Now, had it been Bianca hurt, then I'm saying Bayley. But because it's Jade, I'm just like, no, I feel like there's so many other people who have an advantage over doing this to Jade. And I feel like Bayley is the less one out of all of them.
And that's where I'm at, because I don't think it makes no sense to make it Bayley, because that just adds fuel to the fire. It's like, oh, hey, Naomi, we told you not to like her. And then Io is there too, and they just wrestled at WrestleMania. She's not a part of Damage Control no more. So I think adding Bayley to this match doesn't really help. But I think Bayley's low-key innocent in everything. She's gonna be an innocent one. So like, I'm trying to think of who else we can actually get to be a part of the match. I like the idea of Lash and Jakara taking out Jade. I think it helps them out a lot more as a team.
But they're on SmackDown, aren't they?
No,
he said taking out Jade. But,
okay. But then you don't think it makes sense for Bayley considering the history she has with all of these women? I think it's cool.
I think it does nothing for Bayley. I think it's more interesting if it was Bianca or Naomi that actually did it.
I think they're just trying to swerve us.
And that's why I say it's Bianca, because it's literally in Bianca's theme song.
I never needed you
at all. It's literally there.
But you're gonna do that while you the champs, though.
I saw Bubble Jacket Cora Jade throw away the tag team titles after they won them.
Yo, the fact that we keep throwing that in front of her name now, bro.
Wait,
throw away the tag
Bubble
team,
Jacket Cora Jade?
Wait, Cora Jade.
That's the new thing?
She threw away the tag team titles right after they won them. So
yes, she did.
It's possible.
Ciampa did it too, actually. The Gargano.
While they were tag team champions.
Yeah,
that's right. Oh, wait a minute. That's right.
That got thrown.
That's right.
Bianca probably like, man, I've been on top of the mountain. I've been in this damn tag team. It's cool, but like, I gotta hear Team Rhea, and I got the most wins this year.
I mean, you got to think about it, honey. Like,
I don't know
how much of Montez's attitude is rubbing off on Bianca. Let's take
her heel. You have to do something major for her to have that heat. Like, just as much as they
kick her through a window.
She basically did it. If it was her though,
but I still think it's too easy to place it on Bianca or Bayley. I think it's still too easy.
Let's say Jade is out for the next year, and you do this to heat Bianca back up. She's already misses WrestleMania, all these other things. There will be so much time between that the next time Jade actually appears, you'll be like, oh damn, now we still hot for whatever this is.
But what are we doing with the tag titles? Are we gonna forfeit them?
Maybe Bayley steps up to team with her just to show that she's a good person and they lose.
Or Naomi becomes a tag team champion, her and Bianca.
There's so many ways.
Because we don't know if they freebirding it either.
I don't know. It's giving New Day. If it's not anybody obvious, there's going to be somebody returning. It'll be somebody returning if it's nobody like
obvious.
Listen, I told y'all a long time ago to break these two up, and this is what happened.
No, we're not doing that.
I told you should have been broke these up. Now
They've been teasing their breakup all year. They're not doing it until like a next big moment, and the next time they should do it is before they get to Royal Rumble, because that way Bianca and Jade will meet again in the Rumble across from each other, and this time they're gonna fight. They didn't get to touch each other in the Rumble last time.
Okay,
Listen,
so here,
I know.
okay. Now go ahead, my bad.
I know. I was gonna say I know Charlotte just put out her little teaser video over the weekend, but if I hear Charlotte music on Saturday, I'm gonna have the same reaction on my face. Y'all telling me Natalya should be in that IC title tournament.
I don't think Charlotte would immediately come back and do a War Games. Like, I don't think they would advise that for her.
Charlotte just needs to come back and take somebody out, because Charlotte's gonna come back and take somebody's title.
So I'm trying.
I think it should be Liv's, because of the last interaction that her and Liv had about her, finding herself and getting her character right, and now Liv is the most improved. So I think that would be cool. I think that happened like a couple years ago.
I don't know, man. This is just it's a lot of people that could have done this. There's a lot of people that could gain taking out Jade Cargill.
If Natty wins, if Natty wins the Intercontinental title and this happens, Seth gonna be like this.
Oh, would you look at? Oh wait! Unfortunately.
Listen,
I just needed a reason to hit the
Charlotte
button.
returning, Natty IC title, New Day split, Cedric leave of absence. 1, 2, 3. That's the holy trinity of leave of absence.
I need a break. I need a break. Like, I'm gonna talk to y'all later.
You won't even say nothing, right, Jeffrey? He'll just walk out.
I don't see Charlotte coming back at Survivor Series.
That part. Thank you, Cindy. You get me.
SmackDown needs it.
I'm not gonna lie.
When is Charlotte not heel?
Nia Jax has been a great heel. Like, if I'm just saying, like, Nia is on the verge of being most improved for 2024. Like, she has started. Her shape has gotten a lot. It has improved. Like, you've seen her, like,
she looks great.
Down. Yeah, you could tell she's taking this serious.
She wrestles so much easier and better.
And her personality, you could tell she's more comfortable with who she is, what she's doing. She seemed like she happy, and how she bringing this stuff to the character. It's like, yo, like, we have a great heel.
Yeah,
and it's
I wouldn't want Charlotte to ruin that.
Yeah,
I mean, only way that works is if Charlotte, you get the big reveal because you had the big surprise with Punk last year. You want to have another big surprise on this show, but that to me would mean that Bianca got to get her lick back in 2025 once finding out Charlotte took out Jade. We got to get Bianca to right that wrong from NXT.
Jay gonna come back like mustard. Yeah. Come back at the Royal Rumble ready to beat somebody's ass. Like, at the end of the day, Jade knows who did it. Jade knows who did it, because you can't jump nobody from behind and attack them that way and have them land on a SUV like that. She saw somebody do it, and it had to be somebody who was close enough to get close enough to her, or if not, just somebody who was able to jump her.
That's why I think it's Piper Niven. Like, I don't know, like, the way she was laid out, like, she was slammed onto that window. Like, she wasn't pushed. Like, she was slammed into that, like, a power move. So it's like, who threw her into that?
It could be Piper, because she's had one up on them for so long, and she's always beating the crap out of Chelsea.
That's true. One of those tag teams, whether Piper, Chelsea, Lashley, Jakara.
It was Kevin Owens.
It was me, Austin. It was me.
I really do want it to be like Lash, yo. Like, that would
be so sick.
I just think
that'd be very big for her.
Yeah, and I just think it would make the perfect sense for them.
Because if they become tag team champions, now they're featuring on all three brands. It boosts NXT while giving the Metaphor team some shine for whenever Dar and Mensa come back with them. Because they're
Lash got the cooking show.
It makes sense. They want to do it. But I mean, that's how we ended Monday Night Raw, y'all, with Bianca Belair. It was kind of a very anticlimactic, abrupt ending with Bianca kind of staring off at Bayley like, why would you do that? But still celebrating. So we'll see what happens on Friday when they either choose Bayley to be the fifth woman, or if we get a reveal who did it, or if Rhea goes elsewhere and picks somebody other than Bayley. But we also are going to get a War Games advantage match between Jey Uso and Jacob Fatu for advantage of that team, as well as a face-to-face sit-down between CM Punk and Roman Reigns. So a lot to look forward to as we get to Saturday.
Jey Uso and Jacob is gonna cook on Friday. I'm so excited for my watch along. I definitely gotta do a watch along now. Ain't no sitting this one out.
That's gonna be ridiculous. Golly. We got some good matches going in the Survivor Series, man. Triple threat match for the IC title. LA Knight and Shinsuke. Like,
it's gonna be a pretty sexy end of the year for WWE. I like it. I really like where it's going.
I ain't trying to be that guy, but I'm like, man, why y'all got to do that with after Full Gear had them a dope ass pay per view? Y'all ain't I gotta stack that up like this, yo. Y'all saw what happened this past week. Okay, all right. Cause what, nothing else announced except these 2 War Game matches. Now y'all just want to fill this shit with fire. Okay.
WWE, we see you. Y'all not low.
Yeah.
Y'all not low. The other product may, claim that they don't consume your product, but y'all definitely be watching them. Y'all definitely just to see, like, all right.
Because Full Gear was I ain't gonna lie, that was a 9 out of 10 for me.
Was it?
Full Gear was good.
Oh, okay.
Full Gear was. I watched all them matches, even that Moxley Orange Cassidy match. I was like, this is entertaining. What y'all talking about? I'm not gonna watch Dynamite though. I'm letting you know that now. It didn't get
Just didn't push you over the top to watch Dynamite.
Nah.
We'll join Courtney in the watch along. No, I'm actually interested in hearing her experience from actually being at Full Gear. She wasn't on WWT Live earlier, so she'll be giving her full
our girl's resting up
on Wednesday.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
But that was Monday Night Raw, y'all. Any final takes?
Great Raw. I think like them having this 2 hours, everything was really crucial to what it needed to be. I don't think nothing was wasted, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I think final takes. Great Raw. Rey Mysterio, go lay down. Dom got it from here.
Yeah, when is he retiring? Like, not trying to like push you out, but like I'm saying, like
wait.
What else do you want? Like what else are you trying to achieve? Or you just like being here? It's unfortunate because I don't want to talk about Rey Mysterio in a bad light either. And I love my Latino community too as well. But I'm just gonna call it like it is, man. You're moving slow, and you need to rest, bro. Your son's doing his thing. Your Dragon Lee is being pushed as much as he can, and I don't know if it maybe he's still there because it's not really working that well. But just let Joaquin and Cruz handle it. Why you don't gotta do everything. And push Zelina, damn it. Man, just break that group up.
Push Zelina solo or put her back with Andrade. Do something, please, because
break that whole group up. Like, what's keeping them together is what's holding them back, and it's Rey Mysterio. That's what it is, and ain't none of them got the heart to tell them like, "Hey, go sit down, bro."
We got a whole team
that they don't use. The tag team came out to encourage them to go be the tag team. What kind of shit is that?
I don't know,
Like,
man.
they don't never get to perform. They're like, yo, we're gonna have a tag team match with LWO. Oh, it's our time. It's Ray and Dragon. Oh,
Rey Mysterio, like,
I got a lot left in the tank.
but yeah, I don't know. But I can't wait to see what happens this week. There's still plenty of time before we get to War Games. We have SmackDown and everything, NXT as well. So it's gonna be a good week. It's gonna be a good week, and it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And then I guess I'll just say it was a great Monday Night Raw. I'm looking forward to what happens with the New Day next week on the actual anniversary show. I mean, I'll share this with you guys off here because I don't want to spoil it. What I also think could happen. But I will say the announcement of IC title was pretty exciting. We'll see that play out in a few weeks. No, Natalia. We don't train people at home. That's all I'll say. You're doing a good job with that.
Man, but, leave Natalia alone.
Good episode of Raw for the Go Home, and I'm looking forward to the SmackDown Go Home show as well. Tell the good people where they can find you guys for the rest of the week in this lovely holiday week, and hopefully our post show on Saturday as well.
You can find me always acknowledging my tribal chief along with Vanessa Hutchins. You could also find me here Monday, Wednesday, Fridays with the WWT Live crew. Honey Night SmackDown is going down this Friday, so please get your leftovers and be ready because it's going to be nuts. We're getting ready for War Games. Wrestling with Honey, TikTok, Facebook Wrestling with Honey, Instagram Wrestling with Honey as well. And like and subscribe Wrestling with Honey podcast on YouTube. New year, new podcast. Who this?
Councilman.
You can find me at Roxanne Deserves Better, ESPN, my socials, Twitch and YouTube. For those that may be on the internet, Thanksgiving, we are going to have TCW. That's right. Trail Championship Wrestling will be happening at 3 p.m. So you got that itis, pull your phone up, put it on the TV, watch a little bit of this wrestling, and then doze off. Go doze off after you had that second plate. Fall your ass asleep. Fall your ass asleep watching me and TCW this Thursday. Yes, it is. Exactly what it is.
And of course, you can find me here sometimes for Monday Night Mayor on Monday nights, sometimes on WWT Live, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can follow me on Twitter at says
all the time.
CWD_SAY. Yeah, all the time I'm there. All the time on the tweets. Until we do the Blue Sky transition, if that's going to happen. On the gram, it says the answer. I might actually pull up to Tuesday Night Pharaoh tomorrow. I think we'll be here for WWT Live on Wednesday. And for everybody that joined me in the chat, of course, like Boza, Jovan, Sindale, King Mike Hall, Jeffrey, Mackenzie, I appreciate all you for rocking with me during the watch along, for rocking with me on the post show as well. And here's my gift to you guys for being a friend.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say thank you for being a friend.
That's about to pound the streets.
This is
Of all weeks for the yams and the mac and cheese to touch, I thank you, Dylan. I thank you.
Lord. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
He know what I want.
All right. Until next time, y'all. It's been WWT Live, the Raw After Show. Thank you for rocking with us here on Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network. I think I said that right. On the planet.
It's spreading. It's spreading.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms. Like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpaw.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.